Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Academy. My name's Jeff Pinkman. You can follow us on Twitter at Pinkman Baseball. You can check us out at pinkmanbaseball.com. We're also on you can also follow us on Facebook. You can like us there. But give you everyone a little bit of a background on what we are, what we do. We've now been teaching in Northern Virginia for over 20 plus years. My father, John Pinkman, started to teach back in 1992. In 2000, we opened our own academy in Northern Virginia, and since then, we've been teaching pitching and hitting full-time, helping over 200 ball players go on to move on to play college baseball. A few players are playing pro ball, but our main student base usually ranges in age from 8 to 12. We see a fair amount of high school ball players, but a lot of players just beginning, and then we kind of work to stick with them throughout the course of their careers. And today, what I'd like to do is talk about 5 tips to hitting a baseball or a softball, even for that matter, further. And hitting is a very interesting topic when it comes to baseball. It's very personal in a sense. Anytime you talk about pitching and you talk about how players are throwing the ball, it's a lot of times people go, well, go talk to this guy, go talk to that guy. When it comes to hitting, everybody knows about hitting. Everyone's got the secret to hitting. And what I want to do is I want to share. I want to give away my thoughts on hitting today, in hopes that these skills or these thoughts can really kind of give everyone a sense of what's going on, okay? And so the 5 tips to hitting a ball further, whether it be baseball or softball, whether it be on the small field or on the big field. Thank you guys. I really appreciate those hearts. Keep them coming. This is my 4th now Periscope webcast, and really appreciate everyone's hearts and feedback and comments and stuff. We're trying to alternate every week, trying to go one pitching session one week, trying to go a hitting session every week, everyone kind of a glimpse, an idea of what we're all about, and in hopes that maybe people want to seek us out or just kind of listen to us on Periscope. So thank you very much. But anyway, the 5 tips towards hitting a baseball or softball further, whether it be on a small field or a big field. 1, swing in a specific direction. I was working with a team yesterday, and players who were trying to hit the ball at the middle or hit the ball opposite field constantly kept swinging across their bodies. And I think that swinging in a specific direction, whether it be if you're trying to hit the ball to left center field or left field, swing towards left field. If you're trying to hit the ball at the middle, point the bat, swing, and swing up the middle towards center field. If you're trying to hit the ball towards right field, swing specifically in that direction. One swing isn't going to complement you in terms of hitting the ball in its entirety. You have to be more specific. So if you walk up to the plate and you say to yourself, all right, man on first and second, runners on first and second, runners on second and third, this is what I need to do. I need to hit the ball to the right side. You need to specifically swing. You need to point the bat head down the first base line, point it right at second base, point it into right center field. But the swing plane, everything needs to be going into that specific direction. So lots of players just kind of swing, hit the ball, and then hope that the ball ends up going wherever they want it to go. And so I think that teaching players that on an inside pitch, you want to point the bat upon extension towards left center field. If you want to hit the ball to the middle, point the bat right back at the pitcher's forehead. If you want to hit the ball to right field, point the bat right down the first base line. So I think that swinging in a specific direction, creating a hi Brian, can I show you right now? Not necessarily. We do have some videos up on our YouTube channel. You can go to youtube.com/PinkmanBaseball. I appreciate it. I'm not equipped right now. I wasn't expecting that one question. I'm sorry about that. But if you think about how on an inside pitch, let me try to create a visual for you, Brian. If you think about an inside pitch, right? An inside pitch, you have to hit the ball well out in front of the plate. And so if you are taking, in terms of all the information that you've learned, in terms of keeping your hands inside the baseball, you want to turn more to the baseball, and on an inside pitch, you end up hitting the ball out in front of home plate. so that now the ball is maybe anywhere from 2 to, I would say, maybe 1.5 to 2 feet, maybe even 3 feet out in front of home plate. So the bat head is now well out in front of home plate. So now as you're going out to make contact with the ball, you're going to be able to extend and point that bat head to down the left field line. Brian, what I actually want you to do is, as you go to our website, I also want you to email me. Go to info@pinkman.us, and I want you to email me so we can actually continue this conversation. Maybe next week I'll even have kind of a demo and a video for you. Top hand is where? The top hand's usually going to be more palm up than rolled over or palm down as you come through the hitting zone. I really think that as you are trying to hit the ball, if that top hand is rolling over, if you're trying to roll those wrists, if you take a look at any of the Major League ball players, when they're going to hit the ball at contact, they're in a palm up, palm down. Their top hand is palm up, their bottom hand is palm down. And as they drive through contact to extension, that top hand is in a palm up position all the way through that extension. So, I think, Brian, that's a great question. I appreciate that. And make sure you email me, because I want to get even more specifics. Potentially, I can kind of send you an email, or next video, I could do a little demo and kind of stand up and show you guys what I really truly mean there. But for now, swing in a specific direction, okay, is rule number 1 to hitting the ball further. Number 2, pick the right pitch. Obviously, that's kind of a duh moment. But picking the right pitch is key towards hitting the ball on the sweet spot to sweet spot. Because if you stand up there and think, well, let me hit an inside pitch to left field, well, then you can expect fastball inside, hitting it to left field, and driving the ball. If you're thinking fastball away, you can then make the proper adjustments and hit that fastball away deeper in on the plate. If you're thinking fastball down the middle, you can obviously do the same thing. If hitters, most of the time when I work with hitters, I ask them, I said, what are you thinking? What is your pre-at-bat swing thought? And that's something that I've talked about in a couple videos before. And most hitters, whether Brian has a 15-year-old or we're working with 10-year-olds, most hitters go up there just trying to make contact with the ball. They don't have any other thought process. They're just saying, hey, I'm going to go hit the ball, and hopefully the ball ends up someplace where I'll be able to get a base hit. But if you go up there saying, I want to hit an inside pitch towards left field, I'm going to be able to drive the ball further. You're going to have more intense, more activity. You're going to be more intensified in your effort levels to actually swing the bat, hit the ball, and drive it into the outfield. Same thing if you're thinking curveball. If you're thinking curveball away and they throw you a curveball away, you're more likely to hit that. If you're thinking curveball away, but then all of a sudden they throw you a fastball in and you try to swing at that, you're unprepared. So picking the right pitch, being able to choose to look for a specific pitch in a specific direction is key towards driving the ball further, towards hitting it more consistently, to being more consistent when you walk up to the plate. Professional hitters do this. College hitters do this. They walk up to the plate, and within the first 3 pitches, look for the perfect pitch, look for that prime pitch. And as they get deeper into the count, they become more selective. They look for different things. They get out of let me swing at it as hard as I can phase and get into, well, let me be more specific type of phase. So we have swing in a specific direction. We have pick the right pitch. Third, we have visualize contact. And what I mean is knowing where you like to hit the ball the most, when you like to hit the ball the most, in which count. If you just simply sit there and close your eyes and visually imagine where you want to hit the ball, and then have that opportunity to go out and do it. If hitters don't know what they want to do at the plate, then how can they ever achieve or accomplish those goals? So I think visualizing, sitting back, not even getting on the field, but if you sit there at the kitchen table and draw a home plate and say, all right, where do I want to hit the ball? When do I want to hit the ball? What pitches do I like to hit? You make a list of items and details of your hitting style and what you want to accomplish. You're going to be able to step up to the home plate and say, you know what, I want to hit a pitch on the outer half of the plate, up the middle, or to the right side, because that's where I like to hit the ball the best. So, in terms of actual visualizing it, that's not necessarily the case, but in the same respect, If you never put these thoughts into action off the field, how can you ever put them into action on the field? Okay? Next, swing plane. If you are swinging down on a pitch that is moving downward, you're never going to hit the ball as far as possible. Plain and simple. And in the hitting world, this is the hugest and the largest, the widest topic there is, because the term rotational hitting is like kryptonite. All right? There's always been linear hitting. There's always been, more of a hands approach. There's been rotational hitting. I like to call it now a professional style of hitting. You look at professional hitters, you look at college hitters, you look at even the best high school hitters, and they're all going to be swinging on plane with the pitch. You're never going to be seeing intersecting angles of players going to hit baseballs at the higher levels. Guys who get paid to hit a baseball don't swing down at the ball. Upon contact, through extension, when they hit the ball and the ball's sailing off of the bat, they're actually swinging on an upward plane. Now, maybe we call it on a flat plane. A lot of coaches call it, hey, I just want you to swing flat through the ball. Some coaches call it uppercut, and whatever you want to call it what it is. When you watch players hit the ball the furthest, and when you watch players, professional ball players hit the ball 400 and plus feet, when they're making contact with the ball, that barrel of the bat is underneath the ball, their hands are above the ball, and they're swinging on their swing plane. Their swing is moving up through the ball because the ball is actually moving on a downward plane. The pitching mound is 10 inches high on a big league field. On a little league field, it's 6 inches high. But any pitcher who's throwing a ball is throwing a ball on a downward plane. So if you swing on a downward plane at a ball moving downward and you hit the sweet spot on the ball and the bat, the ball is going to go downward. If you are able to get on the same plane as that ball coming in, then you're going to be able to maximize the force and the effort level of your swing. You're going to be able to maximize the velocity of the pitch coming in, so that now as you hit the ball and you're able to point the bat in the direction of where you want to hit the ball, you're going to find you'll make more consistent contact. You'll be able to elevate the ball through the infield more. You'll hit more one-hoppers through the infield. You'll hit elevated line drives through the infield. And you're going to find that you'll actually hit balls in the gaps more over the outfielders' heads. I tell players all the time, you can't hit a home run unless you hit the ball in the air. You can't hit an extra base hit unless you hit it out of the infield, in the air, into the gaps, down the line. You can't hit a 16 hopper for a double. So if you want to hit the ball further, elevate the bat through the zone and point the bat in the direction of where you want to go. The swing plane. Change the swing plane of where you're trying to hit the ball. So the last point is finish your swing. When players are hitting, when they're taking BP all the time, I see so many younger hitters not finishing their swing. And what I mean is their back shoulder is not pointing at the pitcher. I see their chest pointing at the pitcher. When the batter's in their stance, their hands are up here and then they go to swing, there's typically only around 90 degrees of rotation that hitters, when they hit the ball, they instantly stop. Especially young hitters. Not so much in high school hitters all the time, but a lot of younger hitters. So if you can finish the swing by getting the back shoulder, pointing the back shoulder at the pitcher, causing a full 180-degree rotation, you're going to be able to lengthen your deceleration phase. You're going to be able to enhance your acceleration phase. And by lengthening the deceleration, by enabling yourself to accelerate through the ball more, you're going to create more power through the swing. And therefore, when you actually make contact and putting the bat on the right plane of the ball, selecting the right pitch, swinging in that specific direction that you choose, the ball's going to go further. I guarantee you the ball's going to go further. There aren't very many guarantees in baseball, but I guarantee you that if you swing in the right direction, you pick the right pitch, you visualize contact, you swing on the right plane, and you finish the ball, you're going to be able to maximize effort, maximize trajectory, maximize distance, and you're going to be a lot happier with your results. Even if those results are out, you're going to be amazed by how much further you're actually able to hit the ball. So I want to thank everyone who contributed, gave us those hearts today, who listened in to my mini rant. So we're getting a question from Angel: should a hitter go after all the pitches like their strikes so many times they watch it? Let me think. When you are at the plate, if you have no strikes on you, yes, I think you should learn to swing out of your shoes. Upon every strike that is thrown, your strike zone should expand. Okay? With every ball that is thrown, your strike zone should compact. Your strike zone should become smaller upon every ball that's thrown so that you become pickier and pickier on which pitches to hit. If you're, with every strike that's thrown, obviously that strike zone expands a little bit more because you have to, the quote-unquote protect the plate. But I feel that you have to have more specific details of what you want to do. You have to have an idea of what you want to do with 0-1 pitches, with 0-2 pitches, with 1-2 pitches, with 1-1 pitches, with 2-2 pitches. You want to be able to sit back and say, you know what are pitchers going to be doing? If they're little leaguers, they're always going to be throwing the ball outside. So why are you looking for inside pitches? It's something I heard. I think it's something I saw on Twitter the other day. A coach asked a player, said, where do you like to hit the ball? He goes, and the player said, inside. He said, then why do you swing at outside pitches? And there were crickets. All right? Or why are you only looking for inside pitches when all players or pitchers do are throw you outside pitches? That doesn't make any sense. So if you can more specifically have an idea of what you want to do and what you want to accomplish, it's going to take a little time. It's going to take a little effort for people to get used to that process and get used to the time and the effort of looking at pitches. Sometimes you may look at strike three because you don't think it's a pitch that you want to hit. But I think through trial and error, you're going to be able to have more success by having more detail of what you want to do and how you want to go about doing it when you walk up to the plate. So thank you, everyone, for listening in, for watching, for your questions, for the hearts. Again, my name is Jeff Pinkman, and I want to let everyone know, again, you can follow us on Twitter, @PinkmanBaseball. You can follow us on, you can check us out on Facebook. You can read some of our blogs on pinkmanbaseball.com. And I look forward to meeting up with everybody next week, next Sunday. Look for us today. I got done a little early, so I was able to show up today at 3 o'clock. But next week, usually around 4 o'clock. And but we'll be announcing what's going to be going on. So thanks a lot. Take care, and good luck.